in the tall grass. I think to make up for Aquaman, he put himself in the tightest shirt possible that it looks like he's about to explode out of.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I did all this training, so I'm going to do it.
I think it was like Keanu Reeves in the first Matrix, where it became like a bragging right for actors to be like, look at this regiment I'm going through to get ready for this movie so I can do that. Like before that, it was like, yeah, I'll do my bit, and then the stuntman's going to step in and do his bit, and then, but I think it was Keanu Reeves in the Matrix when the Wachowskis would be like, you have no idea how much training this guy's going through to pull off these things himself. And then it became like bragging rights a little bit.
He's the best, isn't he?
He is.
Now, you're King Orm. You're defeated. Your trident is busted. You've lost to your brother, and you are just responsible for about 200,000 deaths and trillions of damage on Earth. He doesn't die in this movie. He gets put in bad guy prison. How are you going to be able to talk to Atlantans from now on? Because you're obviously going to get out of prison and become a good guy. So
no way. He's full out like Catamina Christo planning his revenge, 100%.
Even after seeing his mom, you think that he's still going to be up to bad shenanigans?
I think it's making him angrier. She was alive the whole time.
Wow. And Aquaman knew it, right?
Because the problem with comic book movies up until recently, Mark, is that they would always kill the villain. Spider-Man killed Green Goblin. X-Men, killed Toad. And then like Daredevil killed the Kingpin. And so it was always like just killing these villains. So they could never come back. But in the comic books themselves, it was always like Spider-Man's greatest villain or Superman's greatest villain is, General Zod. And so then there's a continuous fight all the time. He's here, he's back. He's here, he's back. So his story isn't I was a bad guy, now I'm a good guy. His story is I'm Aquaman's greatest villain and I'm going to be back. Black Manta, greatest villain, and I'm going to be back.
Wow. So you think he's kind of like a scarecrow in the latest Dark Knight, where he just keeps popping up and he's a pain in the butt? Or do you think he's worse than that?
No, I think he's worse than that. I think his role is going to be manipulating other villains to do his bidding from prison.
You don't want P-Dubs just riding a shark alongside Aquaman, tearing up the world?
What I want is irrelevant to what's going to happen.
Fair enough. Now, I had one more thing. I had one more thing about the fight. Aquaman is the ocean master now, and he is the king. How is he going to explain busting through the Earth's core and killing about 100,000 people to the people he leads? Or do you think they'll just respect his strength and all is good?
I think that they were there for it, that they saw what was going on. It was very much like a situation where it's like either you could all die if I left him in charge, or we had to do what we do to get rid of the evil. Like he had to be stopped. It wasn't my doing, but this is what was necessary to have happen.
Fair enough. And then one final thing about this fight. If you go on YouTube and you type in Orm, Aquaman final fight, it's the last clip, second to last clip, maybe last clip from Fandango on YouTube. In the beginning of the clip, all of the people come to the surface to watch the fight. Dolph Lundgren takes off his helmet and does a hair flip. What's better, the hair flip or the fight?
Hair flip, 100%.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me on this one, man.
No worries.
All right, so for me, Mark
Hoffmeyer.
Fun. Yeah, it was good. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Adam Hodgins, this is Final Fights. We'll see you next week.